What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Tyson Paul. Look, guys, I was as excited as anyone for this fight as someone who grew up in the 1990s. To see Mike Tyson come back after watching all that training and sparring footage showing Mike Tyson not as good as he once was, but just good enough. And we were all hoping, even though I'm a big fan of Jake Paul, to see one last crazy knockout from Mike Tyson. But, man, I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Was the fight rigged? Look, after the fight, I was like, you know what? Training as someone who boxed for 7 years, not very good. Not very good. I'm not saying I was very good. But I understand the game. I've sparred thousands of rounds, have a competitive win-loss record. So I understand boxing more than the average person who just watches it. I was actually involved in the game. I've had fights scored by judges. I understand the sport. However, watching this, there were certain tells that showed me that this might have been just a money grab. Now, I understand that Tyson is 58 years old. And even at 44 years old, hell, even when I was boxing up till 42 years old, the younger guys had a step on me. But then again, I'm not Mike Tyson. I'm not Mike Tyson. The greatest of all time, the most feared man on the planet, the greatest of all time in my opinion. Yes, he was the most dominant boxer of all time in his prime. So even at 30, 40% of his best, I think he would wipe the floor with Jake Paul. So what I saw during the fight was an old man. And I was kind of like, yeah, I should have expected this. He's 58 years old. His legs look wobbly. Everything is weird. But then after the fight, I watched all the conspiracy theorists, which, as we've learned, conspiracy theory pretty much now means that you'll be right in about 2 to 3 months. So I'm watching these conspiracy theorists, and they made good points. Number one is Tyson, just out of instinct. There were certain times when he was slipping a punch, he's loaded, ready to go, and you can tell he holds back. Some people are saying, well, that's because he was afraid of him hitting him back. Do you guys really think Mike Tyson's afraid of anything? I don't care if he's 100 years old. Do you really think Mike Tyson's afraid of anything? I don't. So I'm watching this fight. I'm watching the recaps because I love boxing. And it has come to my brain, like it is processed in my brain, that this is fishy. For example, the rules. He got paid more based on the rounds. Now, normally, from my experience, again, this is low-level professional fights. This is not marquee fights. Normally, if you knock somebody out, you get some extra money. Like in the MMA, you get fight of the night, you get an extra 50 to 70 grand. Whereas here, if you win all 8 rounds, you got a bonus. And there were certain tells, right? Like when Tyson literally sees a clear shot and he holds back. And you see that Jake Paul's hands are down. His face is wide open. By the way, guys, Jake Paul's defense was atrocious. His hands were down the whole time. I understand doing that to bait somebody, but it just appears that his boxing technique was not going to be formidable against someone who could throw a flurry of punches.
Fight was most definitely rigged. Here's some evidence you might have missed. Tyson was doing fantastic at the beginning, landing some big shots and knocking Jake around the ring. But that changed when Paul clinched with Tyson. It's alleged he whispered into Tyson's ear to cool it, and the message was confirmed received by Tyson with the affirming tap on the back. After that moment, Tyson became a stick in the mud, standing directly in front of Paul with no more aggressiveness to him. Like here, for instance, Tyson can see the right hand plain as day and makes no attempt to slip it. My next reason is Tyson was definitely pulling his punches. Tyson looked as if he was struggling to hold back and not throw punches at Paul. Here's a perfect example. Tyson deflects the shot off his shoulder, comes up in perfect position to land a counter right hand, but does nothing. Very uncharacteristic. And my final reason is Tyson biting his glove. The reason he was doing this was to remind himself not to throw punches and let Jake control the pace. Was this fight a fake? Let me know in the comments.
Now, I know it's just training footage. He's just hitting pads. Pads don't hit back. I get that. But he had the ability to hit combos. And once you start a combo, you just let loose. And if you get hit by one, you're just like, okay, I got hit by a punch. But here's the deal. Like Tyson literally didn't unload. Boom, boom. He didn't unload with one good combo. He tagged him once, and that was it. But there were many opportunities where he literally had a clear shot, and he held back. Now, I'm all for the guys, the Jake Paul fans, or the boxing purists who are saying that Tyson's just old. Pads don't hit back. But the thing, there's a reason you do pad work. Pad work ingrains repetition in your mind. You take a movement pattern. For example, my coach, Coach Julian over there at Music City Boxing in Nashville, Eric over at Pro Boxing Fitness in St. Charles, Illinois, you know, we would do some crazy mitt work, right? Like shit I would never use in real life. It's like 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, when will I use that? Slip, slip, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? When will I ever use that in a fight? The reason is you're preparing your body for them to throw, right? Like you do boom, boom, you're loaded here, boom, loaded here, boom, come under, boom. But Tyson knows all that shit. It doesn't go away. Outright bars are back in stock in our top selling flavors, including the all-time bestseller cookies and cream. Go to tigerfitness.com now. Stock up on outright bars because whoever you are, whatever you do, the outright bar is perfect for you. Go to tigerfitness.com now. Like when I came back for a couple months before my schedule got too busy and started training for boxing again, it only took 1 to 2 weeks for me to gain the ability to hit pads in that way. So the repetition, the patterning in the brain is still there for Tyson. You really think Mike Tyson is going to throw a fucking cross, right? His hands loaded. His hands loaded. The logical thing, cross, boom, 2, 3, boom, you're there. No, boom. No, Tyson's a combo puncher. You can't tell me that Tyson isn't going to naturally. I know for a fact, if I'm going to fight on the street, right, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to boom, someone's going to throw a haymaker, so I'm going to either catch it, I'm going to slip it, and then I know I'm coming back, this is loaded, I'm probably going to feel him out, boom, tap him a little, come with an overhand. I know that's going to happen. It's ingrained in my brain that if I'm in a street fight, that's probably what's going to happen. Or if they throw here, I'm going to slip it, this is loaded, I'm coming across. No, Tyson's like, he literally did this. He did this. Dude, that doesn't go away. I don't care if he's 120 years old. If he would have hit him and it wasn't hard enough to affect him, that's fine. And also, while he tired out, number one, they were 2-minute rounds. That's amateur shit. Amateurs go 3 2-minute rounds, sometimes 1.5, sometimes 90 seconds. He's fighting an amateur fight. Yeah, there's more rounds. Amateurs are only 3 2-minute rounds. So he's fighting 8 2-minute rounds. But he's had all these months to prepare. I know he almost died, whatever. But dude, there's no way psychologically, there's no fucking way that Tyson doesn't automatically just ingrain in his basal ganglia, ingrained in his fucking basal ganglia, that he's not going to come, and he knows that when he throws this is loaded, that he's not going to come across either with an uppercut, he's going to come across with a fucking hook, he's going to come across with something, or he's going to come in, boom, bring it back, boom, he's got this, he's got so many options. You're telling me that someone who is the best combo boxer we've ever seen with power, well, Muhammad Ali didn't have Tyson's power. His fucking body shot, he'd come here, boom, reload, boom, uppercut. You're telling me that shit isn't ingrained in his brain? You're telling me that Mike Tyson doesn't automatically go for a fucking death combo? You're telling me that when he did this, he couldn't have landed a cross and come with this loaded hand here. Miss me with that shit. Look, I watched it. I regret watching it because I was tired as shit. I was traveling all week. It was painful for me to watch Mike Tyson shit the bed so much. But hey, man, he got paid. I'm not mad at him. But for you to think for 1 second that Tyson didn't hold back for some monetary compensation, I'm sorry, dude, and maybe that's him. Maybe he's just old. But based on everything I've seen, bro, this is a fucking payday. And the good news is I already have Netflix. I love the Netflix. I watch the Netflix all the time. Didn't cost me a dime. All it cost me was some sleep. But the best news is the girl fight before that was probably the best fight I've ever seen. Comment down below. Tell me how fire that match was. By the way, the decision was bullshit. The Puerto Rican girl won. She landed double the fucking punches. There was a point deducted for a headbutt and she still fucking lost by unanimous decision. Miss me with that shit. Boxing is crooked as fuck, and all this did was confirm to us that boxing is crooked as fuck. This was bullshit. But hey, Tyson got paid, Paul got paid. Not a player hater. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm not even hating the game. We all watched it. We all had some shit to talk about. And you guys are watching this video right now. So thank you so much for watching it. By the way, guys, our original OG Make America Healthy Again shirts, we were the first people to use Make America Healthy Again and put it on a shirt. First people 3 years ago, we remade them. The only thing we did is we had this little logo right here. These are, they're available now at tigerfitness.com. Coupon code MAHA, M-A-H-A. Coupon code MAHA gets you 10% off the entire site. MAHA, M-A-H-A, 10% off everything at tigerfitness.com. We're going to make America healthy again. Have a good time doing it. That coupon code also gets you 10% off everything else. So feel free to grab your Immortal, your MTS Nutrition, Pure Creatine. We got a lot of core nutritionals in stock. Beverly, you name it, we got it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Head to tigerfitness.com now. Support us. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on that notification bell, because throwing a match for 20 mil, that's not a game. Fish oil is one of the staple supplements that you should take. Now, for me, I like to have a 2-to-1 EPA to DHA ratio. Now, DHA is awesome. A lot of cognitive benefits come from DHA, but if you get anti-inflammation and things that we go through as people who want to train, who want to be active, want to feel great, you want slightly more EPA. That's why I created MTS Nutrition Fish Oil. Now, this is a 2-to-1 EPA to DHA ratio. It is fantastic, and it has citrus, so it's not going to give you the fishy burps. And the way we make it, it's not going to be rancid. That's one thing you got to fear. A lot of these fish oils, they can go rancid and actually be more bad than they are good. But we actually don't have that problem with MTS Nutrition Fish Oil. The dosing I recommend will be above label. Label, we just put take 1 soft gel or as directed by a fitness professional or a medical professional. But for me, I like to take 3 grams of total EPA and DHA a day combined. So with that said, I take 5 MTS Nutrition Fish Oil a day. Now, I love my brand. I recommend it. It's a tremendous value. Available right now at tigerfitness.com. If you want a great fish oil, if you want to support a company who loves you, support a company who doesn't hate you, support a company with the best customer service and people, American family-owned company, MTS Nutrition, tigerfitness.com. Get your fish oil today.